Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the January 22nd, 2024 Communications and Public Education Committee meeting. I am Jason Weiss, Chair of the committee. Before we convene, I would like to remind everyone present that the board is a consumer protection agency charged with administering and enforcing pharmacy law. Where protection of the public is inconsistent with other interests sought to be promoted, the protection of the public shall be paramount. As I facilitate this meeting, I will announce when we are accepting public comment. I have advised the meeting moderator to allot 3 minutes to each individual providing comments. Throughout the meeting at appropriate times, we will begin with public comments for individuals attending in person, followed by public comments by individuals participating via WebEx. This process is necessary to facilitate this meeting. Before we get started, I would like to ask staff moderating the meeting to provide general instructions on the process for providing public comment via WebEx.
This is the moderator. When public comment is requested, the moderator, will turn on the WebEx question and answer feature to facilitate this. Comments should be limited to the topic that is addressed during that specific agenda item. We will display instructions on the screen each time, and members of the public may click on the question mark, typically at the lower right-hand corner of their WebEx screen, type the word comment into a text box, and click send for their request to be recognized. You may also choose to raise your hand by clicking on the hand icon at the bottom row of your computer's WebEx screen, or if you're an audio-only participant, you can press star 3 on your device to raise your hand. Each commenter will then be given 3 minutes to speak with a 10-second warning, and at the end of that time, their microphone will be muted and we'll move on to the next commenter. And that is all the instructions that I have.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. I would now like to take roll call to establish quorum. Renee Barker.
Hello, licensee member present.
Jose De La Paz.
Present member of the public.
Hi, Jose. KK Jha. He is not here. Nicole Tebow.
Licensee member present.
Happy New Year, Nicole, and I am Jason Weiss, a public member, and I am present. A quorum has been established. I ask everyone participating today to be respectful of the work before the committee. We encourage participation by members of the public throughout our meetings at appropriate times. The committee respectfully requests that when comments are provided, they are done so in a professional manner consistent with how the committee conducts its business. Let's move on to agenda item 2, public comment for items not on the agenda. I will now ask the moderator to open the line for individuals to provide the opportunity to provide public comment. You are not required to identify yourself, but you may do so. I would like to remind everyone that the committee cannot take action on these items except to decide whether to place an item on a future agenda. Members, following public comments for this agenda item, I will ask members to comment on what, if any, items should be placed on a future agenda. As a reminder, this agenda item is not intended to be a discussion, rather an opportunity for members of the committee and members of the public to request consideration of an item for future placement on an agenda, at which time discussion may occur. We will begin with public comment from individuals participating in Sacramento. I understand there aren't any members of the public. If so, Anne, you can reach out, please reach out and correct me. Moderator, we are ready for public comment from individuals participating via WebEx.
This is the moderator, and at the direction of the committee, I've opened up the WebEx question and answer feature for public comment. Members of the public, if you would like to make a comment for items not on the agenda, please click the Q&A icon located at the bottom right-hand corner of your WebEx screen, or use the raise hand function. And audio-only participants may raise their hand by pressing star 3 on their device. I'll pause a moment to allow the public time to access these features and submit their requests. All right, and seeing none, would you like me to close that Q&A panel?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Moving on to agenda item 3, approval of the January 19, 2023 minutes. Members, attachment 1 includes a copy of the draft minutes from July 19, 2023 meeting. Members, do you have any questions or comments on the draft minutes? I would also entertain a motion if you believe such an action is appropriate. Members?
This is Jose. I will make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Jose.
Second that.
That's Renee. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
With a motion and a second on the floor, I will now open the discussion for public comment on July 19, 2023 draft minutes. We still do not have any public members attending in Sacramento, so moderator, could you please open up WebEx?
As the moderator and at the direction of the committee, I've opened up the Q&A feature for public comment. Members of the public, if you would like to make a comment on this item, please click the Q&A icon located at the bottom right-hand corner of your WebEx screen or use the raise hand function. And audio-only participants may raise their hand by pressing *3 on their device. I'll pause a moment to allow the public time to access these features and submit their requests. All right, and seeing none, would you like me to close that Q&A panel?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right.
And back to you, members, having had additional time. Any additional comments? Okay, seeing none, I will now call for a vote. Renee Barker,
Yes.
Jose De La Paz,
Yes.
KK is not here, Nicole Tebow,
Yes.
and I also vote yes. Thank you, committee members. Moving on to agenda item 4, the presentation on the update of the website. Members, the Board of Pharmacy is launching a new website that will offer users the balance between aesthetics and usability. When completed, the website will include seamless navigation that will allow users to easily locate information and find what they are looking for. There are currently over 600 pages on the board's website that will be converted to ensure that consumers continue to have access to available information. I've met with staff and discussed the progress and viewed the current homepage. Today, the board will get a preview as well. Victor Perez is the information technology specialist who is building and designing the website. Welcome, Victor.
Thank you for having me. All right, let me share my screen and let you see what we're looking like.
Did we lose audio or is that is there a presentation being made? Because I can't hear anything.
I believe it's still getting set up.
Oh, okay.
Hi, members. This is Anne. Looks like we did have an audio connection issue. Victor's working to reestablish his audio. Thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you, Ann.
Mic check. Hello.
We can hear you, Victor. Thank you. I think we lost your audio for a moment. If you could
Oh,
start over,
strange. I'm
please.
so sorry. I was over here talking away and assuming you all could hear me. I apologize. Okay, so this is what our initial landing page will be for our homepage, and all these different tabs along the top. Let me get this out of my way. I'm sorry. There's something on my screen. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys are seeing that. Hopefully not, but there's different tabs along the top that'll help guide you, much like our current site. But this has little icons next to it. Makes it look a little nicer, more user-friendly. You have a nice search bar right off the bat. You can search for what you're looking for, hopefully make it easier to find that way. And then as you scroll down, there's more content, more information. So kind of our welcome statement along with upcoming meetings. And we will update this to kind of keep a quarter's worth of meetings up here at a time. These are our popular pages. So we ran a report and got our top, well, good a bunch of pages that are most frequently visited, and made those. They will be easily linked once all the pages are built out. So currently it's just text, but it'll be links once that time comes. And you'll be able to go to more meetings if you want to see future ones that are not listed just in this upcoming meeting section. Okay, so as we scroll down more, there'll be a little more information. You'll have it broken up into kind of how we have ours now, what's new, information for consumers and licensees, but a little more cleaner and a little more appealing to the eye. And then as we scroll down, there's more links here that are a little bit redundant, but really just driving home the message that these are important and used frequently, and some are just important and not listed elsewhere as well on the homepage. And then we have our leadership, which is mandated by DCA, and down here we have a bunch of links that the state requires us to list. Does anybody have any questions or comments on the homepage before I advance or proceed to like sub pages?
Not from my side. It looks self-explanatory there. It
Great.
looks like a website.
Yeah, we're on the right track then. All right, great. So as let's say we were to, this link isn't working. So if we were to click on the consumers, we'd go to, let me go back. Oh, this is the about page. So if we were to click on about us, we'd land on the about the board page, and there's links to all the different pages. So this is our board meeting page. So let's say from the home page, if they clicked on more meetings, they'd come here, and at the top, they'd be presented with the calendar, but they can also scroll a little lower and see all the different committees to get more detailed view of them. And this is currently a work in progress. So if you see my name up here on the top right, it's sharing it from my calendar, but we'll be setting up a calendar specifically for this. And so it won't say my name up here. But yeah, you can see the dates of today's meeting, tomorrow's meeting, all the different committees. You got the consumers landing page with lots of different links and information. Our applicants page. Still need to work on this one a little bit, but yeah, it's the work in progress. There's as board member Weiss stated, there's quite a lot of pages. So the way I'm doing it is currently I'm just kind of chipping away, trying to get as many of the pages converted over until I can get them all done, and then work with management and also board members if you'd like to chime in on updates or changes you'd like to the navigation of it. Maybe moving things from certain places that would be more well suited in certain areas, or linking to things in more than certain areas. So things like that is what we'll be doing, hopefully, after all the pages have been converted to this new template. So then this last section I'm still working on. This is the section I'm currently on, kind of going alphabetically. So I started on About Us, Applicants, Consumers, Licensees. So Enforcement is what I'm on right now. And so as you can see, there's quite a bit of pages for this section. I've completed all the accusations pages, so you can see these. And I'm still working currently on the discipline. So some of these are up, but others are still broken links because they have not been completed yet. And that's about where we're at, where we stand right now. The Verify License link currently just takes you to our current Verify License, which is our current look and template, not the new one, because that's the department's internet team does the Verify License. So they will need to change that over for us once we are ready to go live. And that pretty much sums it up. I'm hoping if things continue to go well, to be able to get it done by the end of April. But if there's any hiccups along the way, I would say probably no later than June.
Okay, well, thank you for that presentation, Victor. It is quite a large undertaking, and I certainly look forward to the results. Let's open it up to committee members for any questions, input, feedback you may have. Members?
Hi, this is Renee Barker. Yeah, thank you for all your work on this. It looks cleaner. I do like the idea that the most frequent searches were kind of updated for more ease of accessibility, I guess. So I think
Yeah,
that's a great idea. I was a little confused if you scroll down
sure.
the section a little bit more. I think it was that page. Yes, there. I think that one. What did you say about this? You said it's some things that are not anywhere else, but some of them are redundant.
Yeah, for example, Verify License is up here. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
but it's also here. But it is one of the most used functions, or the most used function on our site.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's kind of nice for people to be able to see it and get to it in multiple ways. But
I see.
we could definitely replace it with other things. We just wanted to hit the things that we thought were important, and also things that are most frequently used.
I see. Okay, yeah. No, thank you for explaining.
Uh-huh.
I think it looks great. Thank you.
Great, awesome. Thank you.
Hi, this is Nicole. I just wanted to say, really great job. I know this is a lot of work. I really appreciate the list of the board pharmacy meetings and especially the calendar. That is a really nice addition. Poor Debbie, I am constantly bothering about when our meetings are and sending me lists. So now I will just be able to do it myself.
That's
Thank you
great.
so much.
Kudos to Anne for the suggestion.
I mean, it looks straightforward. It looks cleaner at the at the homepage level. So I just look forward to seeing how the rest of the pages develop. But keeping it simple from the top down with the most frequently or most popular pages linked right at the homepage, I think that makes total sense. So I'm glad you guys did that.
Awesome.
I too am a fan of your greatest hits, having them right there front and center, and especially that calendar. I second your insights, Nicole. Having heard from the committee members, we are ready to open this up for public comment. Still no public attendees in Sacramento location. So moderator, let's open up WebEx comment, please.
As the moderator, the direction of the committee, I have opened up the Q&A feature for public comment. So the public, if you would like to make a comment on this item, please click the Q&A icon located at the bottom right-hand corner of the WebEx screen or use the raise hand function. And audio-only participants may raise their hand by pressing *3 on their device. I'll pause a moment to allow the public time to access these features and submit their requests. All right, and seeing none, would you like me to close that Q&A panel?
Yes, please. Thank you, moderator. Members, any final thoughts before we move on to our next agenda item?
No,
Okay,
this is receive and file, right? There's a presentation, right? There's no motion needed, correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you.
This is Renee Barker. Just curious, unless I missed it, any ETA for this? Just wondering.
I believe you said April at the latest.
Oh, okay. Sorry, did I miss that?
Uh,
Yeah.
April is my goal. June at the latest.
Okay,
Th-
thank you.
Thank you for clarification.
No
Okay,
problem.
let's move on. Let's move on to agenda item 5. Thank you very much, Victor, for all your work on the website.
Thank you all.
Moving on to agenda item 5, discussion and consideration of our public education campaign. Members, as we continue to finalize the notice to consumer poster, we are preparing a consumer educational campaign that will be released at the same time. This campaign will educate consumers on the importance of talking to their pharmacists. It will highlight that pharmacists are healthcare providers and simple steps the consumer can take to prevent medication errors. As a reminder, today we are only focusing on the campaign portion. We will not be discussing the actual notice to consumer poster, as the regulation text for the poster is still in the process of promulgation. Here to give us a presentation on the campaign is the board's public information officer, Sarah Jurens. Sarah, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you very much. As you mentioned, the public awareness campaign will focus on the importance of patient consultation and actions consumers can take to prevent medication errors. This campaign, it will run for a week. The campaign will do. Oh, you can't see my screen? Okay. The campaign, let me go ahead and share. All right. So the campaign will be distributed through the board's X social media account, formerly Twitter, and also a social media toolkit will be used for DCA to share on all platforms. So that would include the board's website for the public, and also subscriber alerts will be sent to pharmacists. So here's just one of the examples of the for the social media that we would put out or on the website. This is just one of the examples of the slides. Each day the slide would be different and the message would be different. So for instance, on caption 1, the first day, this would be the message for the visual, and then the words would say something about protect yourself and learn more about the medication you are taking. Talking to your pharmacist reduces medication errors. And so here's one of them. And I did them in two different sets in 2 different colors. So the reason why I picked these colors is so it would match kind of a branding. It would match the notice to consumer poster that we have. So I used the black, the yellow, the white. And the pictures, those are just stock photos. So if anyone has any input and stuff, we certainly can change those out. And so here's just kind of pieces of from our poster. And then it's just to kind of reinforce the message that's on our poster that's going to go out. Know your rights, letting people know that there's translation services available. and the new prescription, how your pharmacist is required to speak with you every time you get a new prescription. And then I did it in a different color, just a whole different color scheme. Because I know sometimes the other one, it just depends. I think it's just what people might prefer. So I'm just going to scroll through a couple of these just to let you see what the slides look like. In addition to the slides, there will be a toolkit that will go out, and the toolkit will be go through DCA. And what that means is then DCA will send out to the other boards, and then they can also share this on their social media and different platforms that they might use. And then also we will do, in addition, I talked about the subscriber alert, so we'll have that done. And we will also have a press release that will go out as well. So does anyone have any feedback or thoughts? I can just keep clicking through if you like.
Members, any questions or feedback for Sarah? Sarah, thank you for your presentation.
Hi,
No,
Sarah. Oh, go ahead, Jose.
no, go for it.
Thank you. Hi, Sarah. This is Nicole. I just wanted to say I really like it. I'm really excited we're doing this. A couple of thoughts. I personally like the black better. I think sometimes a darker background can be easier for people who have certain visual issues. I might be wrong about that, but that is the way I'm remembering it. So we may want to go with the dark background for that reason. I generally like the photos. I think that maybe we're missing an opportunity on the one about translation services to maybe have a photo of like a really diverse group of people. That one, yeah. Could we have something that's maybe more representative of people who may need translation services? Something that represents diversity, I think, would be a really good opportunity here. My last comment, you may not be able to answer, but just wanted to ask, are we going to maybe let the pharmacists on the list server know that we're sending these out, or maybe send them like a copy or something like that so the pharmacists are seeing the same thing we're putting out on social media? I think it would be nice if they got to see it as well. I think this would feel really supportive to pharmacists.
Okay, so sure. Do I answer that? Okay, so to answer that, yes, we will be letting the pharmacists know, not only to look for the poster, but yes, that we will also be using this to support the poster and the messaging.
Perfect, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to echo many of the same points. The dark background would be my preference. It's easier on my eyes, so without any research, it's easier on my eyes. And the as board member Nicole mentioned, the translation section, yes, there is a prime opportunity. So I'll volunteer if you guys want a photo of me in there and receiving my medications. That's fine as well, and royalty free. So feel free to ping me if you want that. But yeah, no, I echo the same comments as board member Nicole.
Any other committee comment? Sarah, I want to thank you for your work on this. I also want to amplify Nicole and Jose's comments on diversity. I really do thank you for pushing this item out into the public's knowledge and their general sphere to understand that pharmacists really are healthcare professionals. The knowledge and expertise that they have is really helpful. It could really be helpful to consumers. So we want to get that word out as much as possible. So thank you for that. Having heard from the committee, let's move on to public comment. Still no public attendees in Sacramento. So moderator, let's open up public comment on WebEx, please.
This is the moderator, and at the direction of the committee, I opened up the Q&A feature for public comment. Members of the public, if you would like to make a comment on this item, please click the Q&A icon located at the bottom right-hand corner of your WebEx screen, or use the raise hand function. And audio-only participants may raise their hand by pressing *3 on their device. I'll pause a moment to allow the public time to access these features and submit their requests. All right, and seeing none, would you like me to close the Q&A panel?
Please, and thank you, moderator. Um, Members, any final comments or thoughts? Seeing none, let's move on to agenda item 6. An update on communication and public education activities by staff. First on our list is the Script newsletter. The October newsletter is posted to our website. A new issue will be coming out in early spring, and it will include information on mobile units, COVID-19 testing and dispensing sites, legally protected healthcare services, and the first in the nation regulation to crack down on understaffed pharmacies and reporting medication errors. We have an update on the education campaign regarding ISMP. An ISMP link has been put on the website under important information for licensees. This link takes the user to a PowerPoint from ISMP, which explains the different levels of risk behaviors and the errors that can come from it, and the importance of responding to errors. The October 2023 issue of the Script had an article on ISMP for outreach activities. Attachment number 4 has a list of the presentations given by staff. Members, do you have any questions or comments? Seeing none, we'll now open for public comments. Having no public members still in Sacramento, moderator, let's open up for WebEx, please.
This is the moderator, and at the direction of the committee, I've opened up the Q&A feature for public comment. Members of the public, if you would like to make a comment on this item, please click the Q&A icon located at the bottom right-hand corner of your WebEx screen, or use the raise hand function. And audio-only participants may raise their hand by pressing *3 on their device. I'll pause a moment to allow the public time to access these features and submit their requests. All right, and seeing none, would you like me to close the Q&A panel?
Yes, please. Members, any additional thoughts? Okay, agenda item 7, news media inquiries. I think, is this portion for you here?
So I think Sarah or I can do it, but essentially there are topics that Sarah receives inquiries from the media on. So it's just for your awareness. There's no action that's required. Just wanted to let you know the types of media inquiries we're receiving.
Okay, thank you. So agenda item 7. So is that since 2023 to present, we've had media inquiries on topics from semaglutide, working conditions, and medication errors, a public records request for an investigation on pharmacy license, and flavoring. Members, do you have any comments? Seeing none, let's open to public comment. Moderator, will you please open WebEx for public comment?
This is the moderator, and at the direction of the committee, I've opened up the Q&A feature for public comment. Members of the public, if you would like to make a comment on this item, please click the Q&A icon located at the bottom right-hand corner of your WebEx screen, or use the raise hand function. And audio-only participants may raise their hand by pressing *3 on their device. I'll pause a moment to allow the public time to access these features and submit their requests. All right, and seeing none, would you like me to close the Q&A panel?
Yes, please. Members, any final thoughts? Seeing none, let's move on to agenda item number 8, future meeting dates. Thank you everyone for your time and participation today. The next meeting of the Communication and Public Education Committee will be July 18th, 2024, and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you guys.